In the book of Allah Ta'ala we have Inna ad-deena inda Allahi al-Islam. Verily the religion with Allah is al-Islam. In the 19th verse of Surah Ali Imran. All of the interfaith dialogue experts need to listen to the book of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. There's a sports figure, a famous celebrity saying, I'm an omnist. I follow omnism. You know what omnism is? And what an omnist is? Everything is deen, everything is good, everyone has their own way. I'll pick and choose and try everything. In the past, this was known to the Arabs. There were people upon this way. It was called Al-Indiyya. Al-Indiyya is kullun indahu haqquhu. Everybody has their own truth. That means when I say I believe this and that and you might believe something else, I say we're both right. Everybody has their own truth. So what does this lead to in reality? There is no truth. I have the truth, you have the exact opposite, but it's your truth. It's not my truth. So you follow your truth and you go to paradise. I'll follow my truth and I'll go to paradise. I believe the exact opposite of you. You commit shirk, but you know, it's your truth. You follow that. This is called Indiyya. They call this today Omnism. And one of the famous sports players that is being quoted a lot, we should be offended more by his statement that he's an omnist than we are about anything he said about Jews or any anti-Semitic statement that he's made. But he said, I am an omnist. Right? And so what does that mean? I believe all ways are truth. So then the omnist, anyone who says I'm an omnist or believes that that is possible for a Muslim to be an omnist, then he has to consider the statement of Allah Ta'ala and stop there and ask himself a question. Inna ad-deena inda Allahi al-Islam. The religion with Allah is al-Islam. He has to stop and say, do I believe this book? Is this my truth here? Do I believe this book? Do I believe this is a speech of Allah? Who is Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth? Mankind returns back to Him to be judged. So I either believe this verse is from the speech of Allah, and I believe that Allah Ta'ala spoke the truth, or I don't. So if I do, then I have to say that the religion that is correct is the religion of Islam because that's what my Lord has said. Or I have the other pathway. I want to be an omnist and say every pathway is good. And that means I have to reject this statement of Allah Ta'ala. Furthermore, later in Surah Ali Imran, Allah Ta'ala says, وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ. Whoever desires a religion other than Islam, it will never be accepted from him. وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. And he'll be in the hereafter from the losers. So the omnist says, whoever desires a religion other than Islam, it will be accepted from him, and he'll be successful in the hereafter. So the omnist has to decide, right here, today, right now, his idea and his opinion and his philosophy of omnism is more beloved to him than the book of Allah and the religion of Islam, or which one is more beloved. He has to make a choice. If you're following the book of Allah Ta'ala, you can't just dismiss some verses and disbelieve in them. That's believing in part of the book and disbelieving in part of the book. That makes a person a disbeliever. So he's got to accept the book of Allah. He's got to say, the speech of my Lord is the truth. And I cannot oppose it with my opinion or my philosophy or anyone else's borrowed philosophy. I cannot be an omnist. I cannot believe in omnism. Because why? My Lord has said otherwise. My Lord and Creator has said, whoever seeks a religion other than the religion of Islam, it will never be accepted from him. In reality, whenever you say these things, that anything goes and everyone has their own way, and everyone will follow his truth to paradise and all of that, then there is no truth and there is no falsehood. Because there's no falsehood except someone follows it, and that would be his truth. And this is essentially atheism at the end of the day. This is la deen. This is no religion at all. Because there is no truth and there is no falsehood. So there is no truth you're required to follow. There's no revelation. There's no prophet that you have to follow. There's no book that is required to be followed. Because I have a different opinion from someone else. He has a different book. He has a different prophet. And we're all good. Then there's no book. There's no truth. And there's no going to hell for anyone because everyone goes to paradise and so on. Then everything that has reached us in the book of Allah then is a lie, essentially. We have to reject it all because it's false. It doesn't represent that philosophy. And then there's no religion. There's no truth and there's no religion. We're all just essentially atheists then in that case. Subhanallah. So shun these ideas that have come by way of celebrities and those who speak about Islam without knowledge. May Allah Ta'ala guide them and us to what is correct.